Okay, so I'm gonna be doing an updated Photocard collection for January 2021. So this is my EXO binder, my other SM groups, my playlist groups, which includes 17 and Newies, and then this is like miscellaneous other non-bias groups binder, I guess. So yeah, let's start off with the EXO binder. So let's move those out of the way and start with the EXO. So on the front I have Dia, which is my bias, and then OT8, and then OT12. This is an official Growl era big card. And then on the back I have, this is from Power, the War Power Music, the group card. So yeah. So on the side here I just have some paper, and this is some washi tape from Dio, and then some freebie stuff, and yeah. Alright, so let's get started. So my EXO binder is organized by bias, so I have Dio first. So I have all of his cards collected, and yeah, so starting from Mama, XOXO, Growl, Overdose, Exodus, Love Me Right, then continuing on, Love Me Right, This Thing For You, Exact, Lotto, this is for Life, and then The War, and then the War private version, the War Power Music, Universe, Don't Mess Up My Tempo, and then we have Love Shot, which ends here. And then I have combined my second bias Beckons cards, since Dio is not having a comeback for a while with EXO, or hasn't been. There might be one this year, who knows. But yeah, I just have some Beckon cards collected. I'm not like super in collecting his cards because he's kind of expensive, so this is just what I have. I don't really want to list them. You can kind of see. I don't want to list every card. And then I have a bunch of these like freebie fillers throughout the binder, because sometimes I run out of white papers and I'm just too lazy to cut, or sometimes I like the freebies because this is OT9, so I kept it in here. So yeah, and my latest Beckon card is Obsession, which is my favorite. And then moving on to my third bias, Sehun. So Sehun, I started collecting his cards like Beckon. He isn't as expensive, but I haven't, moved, like, collected that much yet. So I have some of the earlier cards and then some of the later eras. And then up until Obsession, I actually pulled this in my album. And then these are freebies. So we have that. And then this is onto my bias records. So and Lay are my bias wreckers. I only buy their cards when I'm buying like Sehun and Beckon cards because their cards aren't that expensive, and I just added in the order. So yeah, some of these are pulls, like which ones? This Obsession one is a pull. This Don't Mess Up My Tempo, and then this Universe one is a pull, and then the rest I just bought. And then Lay cards, I think I only pulled this one. Lay cards aren't that expensive, and he doesn't have that many cards, so I always contemplate just getting the rest of his cards because he doesn't have that many and it's not too expensive. But yeah, I just have up until here, and then these are freebies. And then the rest of the EXO members, so this is an age order, so like Xiuming, Chen, Chanyeol, and Kai. And these are mostly pulls except for Kai, because I never pull Kai. I never pull him. In Super M either, I never pull his photo cards. And same thing with Beckon, I never pull his photo cards. It's kind of sad. And then CBX, so we have, this is their first mini, second mini, Blooming Days. And then this was from 1 million views. I just kept that there to kind of fill space, and then more like freebie fillers. And then this is SC, so this is What a Life, and then 1 billion views. This is not SC, this is actually the Kino from Obsession, but I didn't have room on this page, so I just stuck that there. That's, yeah. Eventually I'll move it when they have a comeback and I pull more cards. And then these are from What a Life. They're kind of just fillers. And onto solo, so I have Lay's Lose Control, both of Chen's mini albums, and then obviously I have a bunch of Beckon because he's my second bias, so I buy multiple copies of his album. So we have, this is from City Lights, and these are from D-Light. most of these are pulls. The only one I bought was this one because I just couldn't resist it. But yeah, so those are the cards. And then moving on to more solos. So these are these are Suo's solos, self-portrait. I originally bought this, and I got this album for my birthday from my sister, so that's why I have a lot of Suo cards. I try to like cut back on getting a bunch of versions on solo albums because I want to focus on getting the group albums. And then Kai, I bought 2 versions, so the photo book and the flip book, because he had way too many versions, and the photo cards were just too cute. I couldn't resist. I mean, look at the back of that. You probably can't even see. And then these are Japanese cards, so these are my pulls, and then these are, I bought Dio's, obviously. I luckily pulled this Sehun. And then this is from CBX's Japanese Girls. I'm missing his magic card, excuse me. His magic card, it was just, I believe the albums are out of print and they're kind of hard to find, so I just got a used one with no photo card. This one was used with the photo card, so that's why I have the girls photo card, but the magic photo cards goes for too much and I just can't afford it. And then these are just more freebie fillers of Dio and Baekhyun. And then these are Tao cards. He was one of my biases in EXO. I mean, he still is. I still listen to his music in his solo music in China. So yeah, this is from his solo album The Road, and then this is from EXO. I have it like in this order because when I put these cards up here, the sleeve for some reason just kept on falling out, so these are thicker so they don't fall out, so that's why I have it in this order. But yeah, the only cards I'm missing for him is the other version of Mama and the other version of Growl, which those are a little bit harder to find, so I don't plan on getting them. And this is my miscellaneous page slash dupes, I guess. So I have the XXO Tao card here, and then Luhan and Chris. So I have like one card for OT12, and then we have some Nature Republic cards, my top people, Baekhyun, Dio, and Tao in age order. And then this is Baekhyun's Obsession keyring photo card and Dio's light stick photo card. And then this is a duplicate of Dio's card. It was a long story. And then these are Obsession photo slides. My bigger cards, so we're now going on to the bigger cards. My bigger cards are all in like random order. I don't even have them in like any specific order. And then these are just freebie stickers of my top 2 during that era. And then some Growl cards and Mama. I'm gonna go through these quickly because, yeah. And then some Chen solo, and this is from Obsession, that's from Don't Mess My Tempo. Some winter cards on the back, I have that one. And then this is from Power, the random page. And then CBX. And then SC, and this is from the light stick. And then more SC postcards. Suo, and then this is Tao's Nature Republic. On the back I have the other Suo. And these are the 3 folding Suo ones. I didn't want to rip them, so that's why I have them stored like this. Kind of weird, but I didn't want to rip it. And then Baekhyun's D-Light postcards, and then these are the message cards, and this is Chen's, what is this called? Bookmark. And then this is just a freebie filler. Then Kai's random inclusion, so we have the postcards from the flip book, and then these stickers from the photo book version, and I have the other one on the back. Oh, you can't see. And these are random like stickers, or not random, they come with the album from D-Light. I just kept them in here because I like the colors, I think they're pretty. And then the 1 billion views from SC, and then I have these are Lay's Namanahana tarot cards. I just kept them in here because they're pretty. But I don't think they're random, so I'm just going to go through these quickly because there's a lot of them. So yeah. And then I have some more like filler freebie stuff, and yeah, more freebie stuff. So yeah, that's the EXO binder. Alright, moving on to the next binder, we have the other SM Groups binder. So in here I have superm, NCT, all subunits, and then Red Velvet and Taemin from Shiny. So on the front cover I have 10 signed LP poster thingy. Yeah, and then on the back I have this Kai. This was a duplicate, so I just put it on the back. This is the Kai from superm postcard. On the sides I just have like freebie stuff stuffed on there, and then this is the cover page. Move this a little over. So starting off we have superm, since they're my favorite other non-EXO SM group, because I mean EXO members are in here, so obviously. So we have their first mini Super M and their second mini Super 1, and then continuing on we have more Super 1 cards. So this mark is a duplicate, and then this is just a group card, so I have those there. So I just have the ID cards, and then the group / unit, and then the solo selfie cards here. So I bought this back in because obviously I never pulled them, and this one. Everything else are pulls. Same thing with these. These are pulled. Actually, no, I traded this one because I pulled a dupe of this this Lucas. And luckily my sister's friend pulled 10, and she doesn't really mind. Both of them are not her biases, so she just didn't mind trading. So we have the bigger postcards. So Kai and Taeyong, and then these are the tour cards. I did go to the concert, but the cards were sold out, so I bought them online later on. So I have the whole set, and then I pulled the random one I pulled was Taemin, and then I bought this 10 one because I found it for a good price, and obviously Beckon's my bias, but I just couldn't afford it his card because his goes for way too much. And then I have these are the other like LP poster that comes with the signed one. So I have the Taemin one, and then the Kai, and then the signed one is I have it hung up on my shelf, on the side of my shelf. And then I have the 10 one, which the signed one was in the front of the binder. And then after Super M we have Taemin's cards and Red Velvet. So I have some Taemin solos, Want, and then his latest releases, Never Gonna Dance Again, Act 1 and 2. And then this is Red Velvet from Reva Festival Finale. This is a filler because I ran out of white paper. And yeah, I will be getting Shiny and Red Velvet's comebacks this year because I do really like them. But I haven't gotten their like previous albums because I didn't collect albums back then, so yeah. And then some more bigger items. This was a envelope that the tour cards came in. And then these are from Taemin's album, and this is from Red Velvet's Finale album. And then moving on to NCT. So 10 is my bias in the whole of NCT, so I do collect his cards. Only his album cards, and only like Korean or main album cards, because technically Wavy's Chinese group, but yeah. So I have his cards from NCT 2018 Empathy, and then Wavy's Takeoff, and then Take Over the Moon. I don't have the Thai one. I probably won't be getting it because it's hard to find and it's really expensive. And then Take Over Moon's the sequel, and then this is from Awaken the World, the both versions, and then from Resonance Part 1. I do have one of the Part 2 cards coming in the mail, and I haven't even bought the other Part 2 yet, but yeah, no Kinos either, so yeah, because those are just too expensive. I mean, unless I find them for a good price. And then circle cards, I didn't collect circle cards, but I actually pulled this one, and this one came with one of the Awaken the World cards when I bought it. And then this one I found for a good price, because this is from Takeoff, which is kind of more rare because it was only China press, I believe. So I found it for a really good price, only like a few dollars, so I just bought it. And then these are like my pulls for Wavy. This is from Awaken the World. This is the exclusive China photo card, so I saw a seller selling it, so I bought it. And then this is just a freebie to fill the space. And then Dream, these are mostly polls, so this is from, well, I'm too lazy to list them. There's too much albums for Dream and 127, so you just kind of can see I have all the releases. And then these are from We Go Up era. These are stickers that I bought because, you know, it was like supposed to be the last OT7. And then we have 127, so we have the only album I'm missing, or photocard from an album I'm missing, is Regulate. But other than that, I have pretty much all of the other albums up until Punch, or the final round. And then it goes on to here, which is Yuta's final round card. And then we have Tails Japanese, I forget, chain card. And then this goes on to full group. I didn't have enough cards for like to be on a separate page, so I just combined it with 127 for now, but eventually I'll move them. So we have 2018 Haechan, 2020 Haechan. I pull a lot of Haechan. He just loves me and my sister, because we both, yeah. And then Lucas and then part 2, the black back one, we have Chenla and Haechan. And then the circle cards for 127. So these are just all pulls. Thank God SM didn't do circle cards for 2020, because, yeah, I don't like them. And then we have bear cards from 127 Wavy and Dream. And then 127 bear cards. Oh, and on one of my Punch albums, we actually pulled 2 postcards because it was probably a manufacturing defect, so that was lucky. And then the 2020 postcards, the American ones. We have the part 2 one as well. And these are stickers from the Limitless album. Since it didn't come with a photo card, I just put some of the random stickers here. And this is from Reload from Dream. So yeah, that's everything for this binder. Okay, so onto the next binder. This is my Playlist binder, which includes 17 and New East. I don't have anything decorated in the front because, yeah, I just recently moved them into this binder, so I don't have anything yet. So yeah, let's just get started. So on the side here, I have both of the lenticulars from You Make My Day and You Make My Dawn. I have Wonu and Junghan. They just don't fit because they're too thick, so I just have them on the side here. They always fall out, actually. I might want to put them back in the album, but yeah. So on the front, I have a bit of decorations, not too much because I don't have that many freebies for them. Oh wow, that card is, oh, I just knocked the tripod, my bad. These cards are falling out. Let me just do that. Alright, so we start off with New East. So we have New East W, and then this is older New East before the Produce era, and then this is after the Produce era. So we have up until here, it's Happily Ever After, and then this is from the table from here, and then these are the AR cards for the table. I don't know why I have it set up like this, and then this is our very latest release, the Nocturne. So yeah, and my bias is Junghan, and I actually pull him quite a bit. Like, look at how many Junghan cards I pull. Junghan cards I pull. That one. This one is the only card that I didn't pull, which is his AR card. I found it for a good price, and I really wanted to see his move, so I bought it. And then these are the bigger cards from New East. I'm going to try to go through this quickly because I feel like this video is really long already. And then we have 17. So yeah, so some of their older releases from, shoot, I forget. This was like Don't Wanna Cry era, and then You Make My Day, and then You Made My Dawn, and then an ode, and then some stickers from You Made My Dawn. Then these are all an ode, and my bias is Minghao, so I luckily pulled him a lot during an ode era. And then this is from Hangare. This is the pre-order benefit from K-Town for You, so we just have it kind of combined up until here, and these are the photo cards from Hangare. And then their latest release, Semicolon, so we have the photo cards. This was the sticker, and then these are just freebie fillers. Because this page was looking kind of blank, so I just kind of added them in here. But I'll eventually take them out when they have a comeback. And then these are the bigger cards from Semicolon, and these are not in order once again. I always have the big cards like randomly stuffed in here. Oh, and then this is Minhyun's Photocard from, I think, their first mini, and I have it here ready, but the album actually came with duplicates like stuck together, so I just have them there. I don't know what to do with them. And then we have the bookmarks from Hangare, and then some more big cards, and then we have some more big cards. I luckily pulled a Minghao in both of these, and this is from the group card from Semicolon. It was like random out of 2, so I put it in the back here. And then we have Joshua's big card from You Made My Dawn, and then just some random stuff. So that's this binder. Now onto the last binder, finally. This will be really quick because I only have a few things in here. So the only other like groups or solo artists that I really listen to are in this binder. So yeah. So we have Sungwoo's pre-order benefit on the side here. Ooh, sorry. Then just the cover page, mainly Victon and woodz in here. So we have Victon cards. So we have these 2 are from Continuous, and this is from Mayday. And then they are having a comeback really soon. I believe it's this month. And I don't know if I'll be getting it. I usually like to listen to the music before I buy their albums, since they're like, you know, the other groups category. So yeah, and then we have, this is Sungwoo's solo album. These are just freebies. And then bigger, Continuous, and then bigger cards for Mayday. And then I have woodz. He is one of my favorite solo artists. So I have both of his albums. His first mini Equal, and then his second mini Whoops. So yeah, and then lastly we just have some Blackpink bigger cards. Yeah, I do have the photo cards, but they're in top loaders because my sister wants to keep them in top loaders, so we don't have them in the binder. But yeah, the postcards are in here because we don't have top loaders for them, so we just keep them in these 3 pocket pages. So yeah, that's all of my photo cards. Let's put these back in frame. Yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching.